kind of looks disheveled.
The people sleeping on the street.
A long beard, not really having any place to go.
Any individual.
Shopping carts.
Looking for cans.
Family of 6 stuck in a little motel room.
Some of our images are not exactly what they really are. Anyone can be homeless. Anything can happen.
The stigma that homeless people are lazy. The majority of the people that we see walk through our doors are those individuals who need services that just don't exist.
Here in Albany, I would say about 65% of the people we see are African American. The next 10 to 15% would be Hispanic, and then Caucasian, and a host of other much smaller groups. Families have been growing at the greatest rate. Addis sheltered 762 families last year, so we did see a lot of families.
Number one, people not caring.
The laziness.
If someone cared about these people, they wouldn't be homeless.
There's the typical drug and alcohol, but I think that makes up a very small number.
Drugs, alcohol.
Alcohol, substance abuse.
Drug use, alcohol.
I could be wrong though.
Job layoffs.
People losing their jobs.
Now people are having trouble finding a job.
Job loss. Losing your job, being unemployed.
Certainly a loss of job.
Keeping jobs.
Job.
Jobless there's jobs out there, but nobody will give me a job. Give me a job. That's all I want is a job. And this is, you know what I mean? This is my job. I've been doing this since 10 o'clock last night. 10 o'clock. You know where I slept last night? At Burger King. I spent my last $3. And that's not right.
Lack of education.
Lack of education.
Born into homelessness also.
Could have been that they were raised homeless.
Didn't get a good start in life.
Physical abuse, sexual abuse, trauma.
Domestic violence.
Disabilities.
Enough money.
Money.
Keeping their rent payments on time.
Can't pay the rent. Why they can't pay the rent, those reasons change. People who are recently divorced, people can't pay their medical bills.
I think people have many reasons for being homeless.
The number of families we have sheltered here through Addis has tripled between 2000 and 2010.
Triple, that's quite a bit. To triple in 10 years.
Surprised but not surprised by that.
Probably the economy, I don't know. Everyone blames everything on the economy.
Poor economy.
During these economic times.
Bad economy. Economy.
The economy.
Well, the obvious economic downturn.
This economy certainly.
So, I guess I'll blame it on the economy, but that's probably not it. It's people that don't care.
I think in part because lack of affordable housing here in Albany. There are hundreds and hundreds of families here in Albany who can't pay the rent.
I think it does a job on their self-esteem. Working with some of the kids here, they're not sometimes as outgoing or willing to do things. They don't get that social interaction as much.
Homelessness cracks the foundation.
They're just a product of their environment, really.
The kids going to school, getting picked on.
Not really. I don't like my school because people be starting with other people and they be starting with me, so I be telling the teachers sometimes. They be starting with me because my styles, all that stuff. They be making me so mad, so I be saying words back to them and stuff.
They have a chance of a future if they can deal with what's going on rather than act out.
Like, yesterday, me and this kid got into a fight and I made his nose leak. The kid started with me, so I made his nose leak and I still got in trouble.
They don't get a chance to be in that one school all the time and meet new friends.
Do you like school?
Yeah, a lot. Not that. The school I'm in, they do not like me at all. My principal do not like me, my teacher, that's it. And other teacher, his girlfriend likes my mom. And that's it. It's okay. It's fine. Just first day I started, people mess with me. First day I started hacking was trouble. I like the teachers a little bit. The students is okay.
They realized that they did live somewhere and now they don't. They live somewhere else. and it's not as good as where they used to live oftentimes because they're in motels and they're in shelters and their world has shifted.
Because who knows what they're even having for breakfast, you know, if they're living in a motel.
Don't when you first go to new school, they be like, oh, we gotta take your breakfast. They be saying, yeah.
It's very difficult for young children to develop neurologically and socially as they should when they've been torn away from that primary residence.
That's a great question.
Of course.
I'd say so, definitely.
Yeah.
I think it is.
No, I wouldn't say so.
No, you know what? Somebody asked me that question once before. They go, "You made yourself homeless." I said, "Oh yeah." I said, "The government made me homeless."
There are haves and have-nots in our culture. That comes with all civilization. It's not just our culture. The one world culture where we lock up the food and deny people access to it if they don't have 9-to-5 jobs to get food slips, which is paper money.
What is the next big cause that we're going to deal with? Right now it's, I guess we're dealing with homelessness. Tomorrow it may be, in the past it's been a war on drugs. You know, it's always something, the next big thing.
That's a good question.
No. No. I don't. No.
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 Jesus said the poor will be with us always. And so these are the poor.
Not our generation.
I've been homeless so long, so I mean, I can't really tell.
I don't think it can. I don't think there's enough jobs. I don't think that there's enough opportunity. I mean, there's kids with college degrees that can't get work, that are lucky enough to have good families.
It's like saying, well, we'll ever be without a social class. Not possible. Not here.
I mean, a lot of people do it for different reasons, but I mean, not that I like to beg for money. It's just the point is that do something for the homeless people.
Until there's great shifts in our political economy, the homeless and the poor will be with us.
Prevention. We need to, and we learned this in the medical community. If we think about it now, medically, it's a no-brainer. We all know that we should be focusing on preventing major illness because that's where the fiscal and social gains can be made. The same is true with homelessness.
Like, he could have stepped back. Still up to this to get small. It's a manager. It's obviously like a manager.
Existing in something as a permanent, essential, or characteristic attribute